I've studied, I watched his interviews. Whenever I'm feeling like I feel that little bitch voice like taking over sometimes, which it does, even for me, I go watch David Goggins. Then I'm like, okay, I'm not going to be like him. I'm not going to run on busted feet, but I'm going to reframe my perspective about my pain. I'm going to reframe my perspective about things. I'm not going to be a little bitch about because I just, it's like, so what? Keep going, keep doing it. It's got to get done. You're going to get stronger for it. You know, obviously be aware and not hurt yourself, but
right.
at the same time, it's really about that resiliency.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Chris, this my list of what did I learn is out of control, but I'm gonna go back to something you said early on because I really like that, and that is how can I get excited about this?
Mm-hmm.
If I've got to go do some stuff around my in-laws' house or whatever in the middle of the summer, how can I get excited about that? Maybe I'll sweat out the toxins that are in my body while I'm doing it, or something like that. So I think that is a great way to think about those things that you don't want to do, but you got to do. So
yeah, you just, I mean, how can I be excited about this? What can I look forward to in this that's going to help me become a better person?
Yeah.
Camden, what'd you learn?
Yeah, for me, there's something I had thought about some, but Chris, the way you said it was really good of just naming the voice in your head so you can tell it to shut up. I have a video that is in Next is Best that I talk about. I call it like the inner fight. It's the idea of like you're walking down the street and somebody just yells at you. Like, you're not going to take that. Like, in what world would you just let somebody call you a dumb idiot from the side of the street? Like, no, I'm going to go say something to that guy. And it's like, but yeah, you're going to let yourself do that to you? And you got to kind of, you got to work through that. And having a name for it is so good. We talked in episode, I want to say, when this comes out, it should be 1 week ago with Laura DeFranco, if I got my episodes right, where we talked about the idea of like labeling things and how that can set you up to use it as a crutch, but it also gives you a freaking punching bag, which is, it's like, if you get to make the choice of like, you're going to use that, I have depression. Well, is that going to be your crutch that you use forever? Or is the depression going to be the thing you wake up and you punch every morning to push through? And I think naming it and thinking of it as that punching bag, that's a great way of looking at it.
And it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. I have a group coaching program that I do. It's an accountability coaching program that's revolving month to month. So people can go in and out as they feel like it. They want accountability for something. And I just did that exercise with them. We meet twice a month on Zoom. And I always ask, like, what are you guys struggling with? And like my inside voice or my negative self-talk or something like that, or imposter syndrome. And I said, name that voice. I said, trust me, I have fun with Stan. I mean, I've changed the names every once in a while. It was George for a while, but Stan, come on, Stan, really? Shut up, Stan. I don't give a shit. I need to go out there and seed my grass because I want my lawn to be beautiful. Sure, I don't feel like it right now, Stan, but when I drive up every day and I see my lawn looking beautiful, I'm going to feel like it. So just get your fucking ass up and go do it. And then I just get my ass up and I go do it. And then I get to it. And I'm like, it wasn't that bad. It's really cool. Now my grass looks amazing. And now I can sit down whenever I want. Just go do it.
Awesome. Chris, man, how about you? What'd you learn?
What did I learn? I learned I can actually talk reasonably well under NyQuil and Benadryl. No, I figured I could do that. What did I learn today? That it really is about, number one, having the right people in your life, right? You two. This conversation, I know we could sit around and talk about all sorts of things. I know I could reach out to you guys and sit there and say, hey man, I'm having a tough time in my business, in my personal life. What do you guys think? I know I could trust you guys not to be judgmental. My circle of friends as I get older shrinks, and it's kind of scary. I actually just watched a Mark Manson, who wrote The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. He has a podcast now, and I just watched that, and he was like, why is it harder for us to make friends as we get older? And it's because our tolerations go down, but the quality of those relationships is the most important. And I find that in my life, I continually am challenged with people who try to drag me down or try to change me in some sort of way. And then I just find that the people that I keep in my life the most, like you guys, it's pretty incredible what you can accomplish. And it's pretty incredible what you can let go of, and not having the obligation to deal with your friend, Julie. My wife has a friend, Julie, never asks about her, but I've heard her on the phone. She's Boston Julie. So she has a Boston accent. And she just calls her in for 2 hours. Oh my God, Bob, and this and this, and oh, my constipation and this. I'm like, why do you have that friendship? She goes, I feel like she has nobody else. I'm like, that's her fault. I said, you need to tell her, like, hey, I think you're a great person, but I'm not going to sit here and listen to you drabble on every time about what's fucked up in your life and you're not doing anything about it. You need help. I'm not going to listen to this. I'm not going to be your punching bag anymore because you don't change anything. And if you want me to be your friend, you got to start changing things. We got to have different things to talk about. By the way, I have issues and problems too. If you want to have that kind of a friendship, then great. Let's do that. Let's make it a point. But if not, I'm not going to tolerate that anymore. And it sucks and it hurts. And people, you're an ass. You're conceited. I've heard so many things, and I'm like, yeah, but I have integrity and I have values for what I will tolerate and what I won't. And I'm sorry, I'm just not going to go there anymore. And some people change and some people flip me off. I wish them well. It's like, okay, you can have your opinion. And it's not, I'd say it more colder like that, but it's more involved. But at the same time, what did I learn is the fact that it's the quality of the relationships. It's the quality of the moments. And it really is about that deeper impact. Am I making a difference? If this is the last thing I do and my son watches this, is he going to go, Dad was on point? Then I can go to bed tonight feeling proud that today there's another piece of me out there in the world that says, here's what you could do to live a kick-ass life. No excuses.
Awesome. Chris, how do people find you, man? Learn more about No Excuses Coaches.
They have a bat signal. Put the bat signal up. No, actually, they can just go to noexcusescoach.com. noexcusescoach.com. If you guys Google #NoExcuses, you'll find my podcast, which is raw and unscripted, top 10 podcast out in the world. You guys have both been on there. Thank you both for that. noexcusescoach.com. They can check me out and find out all about me, connect me on social, and just let me know what it is that I can do to serve them.
Your bat signal is just a sweet lick on the guitar. I have a feeling.
Yeah, actually, it's actually this microphone. They gotta put the microphone up in the sky.
There you go.
When I see the microphone in the sky, I'm like, all right, cool, let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'll put on my bandana.
Chris, good to hang out with you, brother. Great seeing you today.
Thank you guys so much. You're beautiful people. Keep doing that and keep spreading love.
Awesome. Camden, run us out.
All right. Thank you all for listening to today's episode of 10X Your Team with Cam and Otis. And a special thanks to our guest, Christopher Roush, for joining us today. Remember, you can watch full episodes of the show on YouTube at 10X Your Team. And if you enjoyed today's episode, please make sure to pass along to other lifelong learners in your tribe so they can enjoy it too. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. As always, the full archive of episodes available at www.10xyourteam.net. Thanks again. We'll see you all next time.